Goeiemorgen YouTube! Grab your cup of coffee and sit back because today we are doing Doki Doki Literature Club once again. I'm sorry I didn't put out a Doki Doki video last week. I just didn't have time to record it. But I will make up for it for today's episode because this is going to be an hour-long episode, or as close to an hour that I can make where editing is concerned. So let's do this. I can't remember if I read this in the previous episode, so we're just going to start from here. Like in the last episode, we met Sayori, I think, and now we are just starting to go into the club, and we're going to meet the girls today and all that. So enjoy. And thus today marks a day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously, you brought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere.
Dan the drummer. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is Imperator Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Dan the drummer.
Monica smiles sweetly. We don't know each other, well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Dan the drummer. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica.
Will they let me choose which one to pick, or...?
I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one more space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. I would definitely eat that. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. I really want a cupcake right now. So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry up and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
This is delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Don't you know the way to eat a cupcake is to break off the bottom half, then put it on the top? That way you have icing on all your bites and not just the first 3 bites. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said.
Well, maybe. But not for you. You know. You, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a good pastime for me, but I at least enjoyed tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah,
We'll do our best.
you know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know what I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Dan the drummer, what kind of things do you read? Well, considering how little I read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Sayori's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. This is 100% me in real life as well. I would rather have a good conversation with a good book than have a great conversation with a person. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I have been reading a lot of horror lately. Why do you read horror? I don't like horror. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh? Why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud. And give that back.
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts my eyes.
You wouldn't
like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. That is why I will never show any of my writings to any person in the world. Well, not the way I'm feeling now. Maybe someday, but I can totally relate to how she feels at the moment. And this quote is very true for YouTube videos as well, because you're putting yourself out there for people. And yeah, just something to think about. Just FYI.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I want to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own.
Hey, that rhymes.
Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other.
Well, this place is called the Literature Club. Are you telling me you guys have never written a poem? What's the point of this club anyway then?
That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Dan the drummer?
Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
Dan the drummer.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make clear-headed decisions when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once more.
Dan the drummer, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really emplace the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Do you guys know what would be really cool? If they let you as the player write the poem. This game is not sophisticated enough to have that level of programming, but if they would let you, that would be super awesome.
Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Dan the drummer, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Wait, so we've had this club meeting, right? I came in, I met the girls, we had cupcakes, and they were disappointed at me maybe not joining the club, and then they light up again when I said yes, I'll join the club. We've only did that, and now we're done. We're going home. How's that? How long is this club even? Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Leave your thoughts in the comments which girl you think I should grow close to. I already have one selected, but I would like to hear your thoughts, which one of the girls you would choose. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to... Yes! They do let you write the poem. Yay! Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Let's try horror. Horror existence. I wonder, do they jump as you... Oh, look at their faces. Like, if I go to sunny, that means it's a word that Sayori would like. Then I go to despise. Oh, no, that's not true. Disregard my last thought. I can't remember what was my... Let's just do marshmallow, just because. Festa. Music, definitely. Breath. This is a good question. I don't know what this word means. Pout, no. Anime, maybe. Nibble doesn't work for me. Let's try. It's just sweet. Judgment. Melody. Games, definitely. This is a bit too dark. Bounce, laugh, electricity, embrace. Yeah, let's do that. You can actually buy the words. You can kind of. I have no idea what this word is. Let's choose it. You can kind of see which character. I'm looking for the word now. My brain's not. Responds to that word. You would, yeah, like reading this, we know Inferno might be Yuri, Poof might be Natsuki, and then Playground I think would be her. Oh no, that was headphones. Melancholy, that sounds like a interesting word. Atone. I like these these words that people wouldn't usually use, and I think like vivacious, what the hell? I don't even know what these words mean. Wonderful. Clumsy. Now let's see what
Hi again, Dan the drummer.
Wait, she wasn't one of the girls. That's interesting.
Glad to see you didn't run away from us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Dan the drummer. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Listen, I was part of quote-unquote literature club in my high school, so I know what I'm doing. The character I'm playing might not know, but the person you're talking to, like me, I know what I'm doing.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack.
I don't like you.
So Yuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too.
Wow, this is hitting too close to home, please.
I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room.
I knew it. I knew this girl liked manga. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
I do not agree with you. Manga is not literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, you guys. Dan the drummer always gives it his best as long as he's having fun.
He helps me with busy work without me even asking. That doesn't make sense. He helps me with busy work. What on earth is busy work?
Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. Distracting from what? And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come? You and Dan the drummer can become good friends too.
Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know.
Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really.
Don't be shy.
Everyone's going British. Sorry, sorry. I need to get back into it again. I lost the voices of Yuri. I lost Yuri's voice. I'm going to need to find it again. It's really nothing. Yeah, she was high English. Okay. What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
Yes, you weren't. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be. Alright.
Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out.
So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
What's the book?
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much.
Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. What is the book? I enthusiastically take the book. I want to know what the book is.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace.
I'll look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself, like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little bit too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone that literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
That doesn't solve the problem though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place. If it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
What kind?
Well, I guess we could.
Cupcakes!
Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes.
That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it.
Cupcakes speak to your creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes.
What?
I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true though.
Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on! At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over your face.
Eh?
Sayori glances around at herself.
How's it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your brow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe up the stain with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. But isn't that then embarrassing in itself, because people see the stain and then they start talking about you behind your back, then you get embarrassed for people talking about you. Rather just go up to the person and be like, listen, there's a toothpaste stain on your collar, please go wipe it off. That embarrassment is only going to last for about a minute to 2 minutes. Whereas you're not going to feel the embarrassment when nobody tells you that, but it's still going to be embarrassing. It's like walking in public with your fly down and not noticing it. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. No, well, ish. What I mean, I read the thing on the screen. It's not that I don't care about people walking. I'm just gonna start talking now. I'm just digging myself a hole. Let's just get on with the video.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
That's super mean.
That is kinda mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things.
Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off. What has he been doing to let the button come off?
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Okay, that moment of silence was me just having mental images in my head. Don't think anything of it. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it. When was that?
How would I do this? Sigh, like sigh, or would I just? I'm just gonna sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner than it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Phew, that was so much better.
Sayori puts her arms around and twirls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do these things like this.
Yeah, because he would do it.
And if you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
That's a fair deal. Fine, fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Ah, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Huh?
Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Yay! Dan the drummer, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same, because I cannot remember what I wrote. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem.
By the way, did you remember how to write a poem last night?
Then, yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay, people, I know I said this is going to be an hour-long episode, but I think this would actually be quite a good place to stop. Sort of a cliffhanger type thing. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you want to become a citizen of Rhythm City, please subscribe. And as always, guys, remember, keep the rhythm. Also remember to follow me on Twitter.